So if you've ever missed the buzzer beater, fallen at the last hurdle, or skied a penalty, then chances are you couldn't handle the pressure. Don't worry though, we've all been there. And there's 5 simple things you can do to make sure that you keep things under control next time. Your breath is a powerful thing, and I'm not talking about after a bag of Cheetos. We always see our favourite athletes taking deep breaths before big moments, but why? Because deep down, they're just like you and me. When the heat is really on, they're shitting their pants. But a few deep breaths is one of the quickest and easiest things that you can do to stop feeling this way. And the reason for this is that it sends signals to your nervous system to calm down. It helps slow down your heart rate so you don't feel as if it's going to burst out of your chest or that your head is going to explode with every pump of blood to it. It also gives you something else to focus on so you can stop worrying about the big moment in front of you. In any performance situation, you're probably going to make some mistakes. Say you badly misjudge a ball in cricket and come millimeters from getting bowled out. In situations like this, you need to quickly engage with a reset button. This can be any routine or mantra you deliberately use in the middle of a performance to essentially reset your mind and to just start fresh. So the football player who's just missed an open goal can simply mutter under his breath, "Yet another one." Or the basketball player who misses a free throw can use a certain number of bounces of the ball in between the next one to quickly move on. This one requires practice because you need to get to a point where you associate this reset button to detaching from the moment at hand. But if used consistently, it's a great way of taking the sting out of any high-pressure performance situations. Think about it. In many sports, the less you think, the better you perform. Because to perform your best, you have to be performing freely. You have to be in the zone, in that flow state. And the only way to achieve that is from detaching from all your thoughts. Because those times we perform our best, we don't have to think about it. Our body just does what it needs to do, whether that's moving as quickly as possible or integrating a set of fine motor movements to perform a major skill. So as hard as it may seem in the heat of the moment, sometimes you actually just have to care less. The snowboarder Shaun White did this in the 2018 Winter Olympic Games before his last run, in which he needed to nail it to win his 3rd Olympic gold. When he was at the top of the slope, he was obviously bricking it. But then he just said to himself, who cares? He could have gotten consumed with all the thoughts of becoming a triple Olympic champion, and that would have probably got to him. So care a little less in order to think a little less and be able to just do your thing. And by the way, White did nail it and win the gold. The voice in your head can be your worst enemy when the pressure is really on. Sometimes it has good intentions but ends up just making things worse. So for example, if you're pumping yourself up before a big performance, that can psych you up too much and end up making you a bit of a loose cannon. Something Steven Gerrard probably did against Man United in 2015, when he was sent off just 38 seconds after coming on. His self-talk would have been smash him, and he did just that, and paid the price. So just be sensible with how you talk to yourself. You often just want to get yourself to realise that you do have the potential to overcome the situation or to nail the performance ahead of you. My favourite saying before any big performance is, "It's just." Because putting those 2 simple words before pretty much any performance situation just makes it 100% seem more achievable. So things like, "It's just a free throw," or "It's just a race," or "It's just a few moves on a beam." Do this to just focus on the basic reality of what you've got to do, and chances are you'll end up doing better at it. When it comes down to it, for those who can really handle pressure, it often comes down to the fact that they've practiced something a million times, but also particularly under very similar conditions that mirror the real performance situation. In the summer, I watched Top Gun Maverick, which honestly is probably one of the best movies I've ever seen. But the basic premise of it is that the best US fighter pilots come together for this near-on impossible mission to destroy a secret nuclear bomb. But they don't just sit around a whiteboard and say, "Right, this is how we'll do it." They spend weeks practicing through simulations in real fighter jets. So they have that muscle memory of exactly what to do every single second of the real mission. For any high performance domain, this is the best thing to do. Because as Mike Tyson said, everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face. So you've just got to be prepared for the next time pressure punches you in the face.